Welcome back to another video reaction. As I said last time, things are not looking as good as they used to be, so we got a video reaction from Patience Xia, whatever it is, Patience X, whatever it is, I don't know. But it's literally a video that talks about what we just talked about within the past few videos about college degrees not worth anything, the job marketing looking as crazy as usual, so go right ahead and react to this video. Let's get right into it.
Hello, my dears. The graduates are really not okay.
I don't care what anybody says, a college degree is useless. I said what I said. Like, it's useless. You're telling me that I'm gonna apply to all these jobs, pay a shit ton of money for this piece of paper that's not even gonna work.
A realization I've had to come to terms with is that I went to school, worked full time, and got a full 4-year bachelor's degree, and it ain't do nothing for me.
After racking up thousands in debt, spending years of their life on their education, many of them are still struggling to find work. And when you think about it, it's actually so crazy because so many young people were sold this dream that if they worked really hard in school and they got the right grades, then that was essentially the key to success in life.
Here you go. It's a 6-figure salary. Hey, pick a neighborhood. You want to live there? Buy a house. Wow, you're having your dream wedding. Here, have an investment property.
And it's so unfair because when you consider the insane amount of pressure that a lot of young people are under to get good grades and to go on to higher education and to pursue a degree, to the point where for years, for decades even, people who didn't want to do that, people who weren't interested in that, were actually stigmatized for it.
Pardon me?
Is your boyfriend in school? Is he thinking about dropping
He's
out?
out of school.
Oh, he's a bum too. Well, let me tell you something. Further in life, you're gonna need an education. You can't even work in A&P without an education, okay? Everything is computerized. You're not gonna know nothing. All you're gonna be is a bag lady in the street. But you know what? You need to have some respect for yourself and respect your mother. She's the one that brought you in this world. You're gonna respect her before you know what? You don't even know nothing. How old are you?
16.
16? You can't count to 10. It's when you're 16.
Now, I'm not one to brag, but I could count to 10 at 16. I could tie my own shoelaces too, beat that.
Now, the job market has been hard for a lot of people, especially in more recent times. However, for the graduates, it's been a particularly humbling experience, to say the least. Because not only are people now struggling to get jobs in the field that they actually studied for, people are also struggling to just get regular low-skill jobs. There's literally an account on TikTok of a girl who's been documenting her struggle to find work despite having a degree. She shares on there how she's been rejected from Wendy's, KFC, McDonald's, and it's quite unfortunate because the graduate struggle has become material for satire at this point.
What? Yeah, no, if you get a degree, yeah, you'll get a job. 100% you'll get a job. Just get your degree, we'll give you a job. They still believe it. They still, nothing. Yeah, $9 a year, plus accommodation fees, yeah, pay now. Now, what? You can't get a job because everybody else has got the same degree. Well, duh. Did you enjoy Freshers Week, though? Did you enjoy Freshers Week? Yes, so you should be thanking me. I don't know what you're going to do with your life. You should have thought about that when you were 15 years old, picking your GCSEs. Do you want to do a Masters?
There are some who think graduates complaining about this is coming from a place of entitlement.
I hate to give this reality check, but having a master's or a PhD does not automatically qualify someone to be a barista, cashier, host, waiter. These are two very different skill sets. And in some cases, yeah, the local high school student does have an edge over a PhD, multiple degreed person. I'm seeing a lot of these TikToks of people saying, I just got rejected from being a cashier at the yogurt shop. I just got rejected from working part-time in a retail store. I have 6 masters. I have a PhD. I have 5 degrees. And guess what? None of that proves that you have the qualifications to be a good cashier.
That's insane, man. That is crazy. You got a master's degree and then a PhD, master's, and etc. Regardless if you actually have those qualifications for the career field or whatever it is, none of that matters anymore. It just no longer matters. What I'm trying to say is that regardless if you actually do have a master's degree or a bachelor's degree, they still don't give a shit about you. All they care about is, are you going to make me money? Are you actually going to do this and this and that? That's all they actually care about. And I kind of wish that we would all care for one another, but unfortunately, in today's world and economy, none of that really matters. It's just literally all through out of the window. That's literally what we're seeing right now. And especially as someone that actually now has situational awareness, as I just mentioned in the recent YouTube short, I really do think that we all have to actually be aware of our surroundings at all times. Look, that doesn't mean you actually quit everything altogether. That's not the point. The point is that we actually need to know what we actually want and if that's actually realistic or possible or this and that. That's literally what we're just trying to talk about as of today. And I know my chair is a bit noisy today. Trust me, it's very noisy. But aside with the chair noisiness, dude, those degrees just don't work anymore. You've been lied to this entire time. Seriously, the college degrees are failing in real time. And if we don't fix our education curriculum right now, it's going to be worthless in the next few years. And it's
changing, and if you act right now, you could save 10% of your entire order plus free shipping with Golden Summer 8. We have an interesting collection of bottles, journals, and etc. to not only enlighten your life, but everything else around you. If you act right now, click on the link in the description down below, and you will save your freedom and liberty. Take the golden pill. The revolution is now. We're counting on all of us to be innovators.
Actually gradually get worse and worse and worse. It's not gonna stop. It's gonna keep going up like a Powerade. Like really, it's gonna keep going up like the price of Powerade. I know that's what I'm drinking today, by the way, including my sparkling water. But these are important stuff that we just overlook every single time. And look, don't get me wrong, I don't wear these suits very often, but when I do, I make a statement. And especially right now, things are not looking too good right now. Things are not getting any better, especially with the average life. It's just only going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. It's just going to keep going like that. It's just going to keep going. It's not going to get any better. It's just going to keep going like this, this, and this, and this. That's literally what today's society has become. That's what it's turned into, in my humble opinion. So instead of bitching and complaining and being like, "Oh, my life is going to get worse and worse and worse," you could take the golden pill and revolutionize yourself. Literally, that's the slogan right there. Take the golden pill, the revolution is now. I say this at each and every end of the video in like 99.9% of my videos and shorts as well. And it's because I believe in that. I believe in the mission. If you don't believe in your mission and you're not willing to get behind it, then what are you actually doing? And yes, I am reading a Wealth of the Nations book, by the way. I highly recommend you check it out on Apple Books if you can. It literally talks about all the history, all the economics, and everything else. And literally, most of my knowledge is from the books that I read and some of the channels that I follow and I highly respected, like this one. So with that in mind, that's enough of my ramble ons and ons. If you're enjoying these things, subscribe to the channel as soon as possible and stay golden in the comments and comment stay golden and stay independent. So that way the algorithm knows that I exist. and the agenda that is opposing the Great Reset.
I don't personally think that that's the point that people are making in those videos. I think the point is more so that they can't even get those jobs. Because imagine spending years of your life racking up thousands in debt on this degree that is supposed to open up all these high earning opportunities for you, only for you to not get those opportunities. And so when you then try and pursue other jobs that are more lower skilled, that you're overqualified for, if we're being honest, those aren't even working out for you either. It's kind of like asking out your crush, getting rejected, and then going and pursuing someone who you think is a safer option, and then they reject you too. At that point, you just want to close yourself up in a dark room and just indulge in some crying, because what else are you supposed to do? So yeah, I think that's the reason why they're venting on TikTok, not necessarily because they feel entitled to these jobs. If you want my unprofessional advice, if you have a degree and you're applying for these other kind of jobs that have nothing to do with the degree you studied, I would highly advise you to not put your degree on your CV or your resume. Why? Because that degree could be the very reason why you keep getting rejected. I remember when I first finished uni, I was applying for both jobs that were related to my degree as well as jobs that had nothing to do with my degree, just whatever job I could get at the time to just make some money and get by. And one of the employers responded to me and was quite honest and said, the reason why we're not processing your application any further is because we are concerned that because you're overqualified for this job, you're basically essentially not going to stick around. You're just going to come here and then you're going to pursue what you really want to be doing, which is what you studied for, and then we're going to just have to go through this whole process of hiring someone new again. They didn't say it in all those words, but that's basically what the issue was. So you putting your degree on your resume.
Did you catch it? Did you catch what she actually just said? What the hirees are trying to say is that you already overqualified for the job you're trying to get. Overqualified. Which means is that you're screwed. That's what they're trying to say. What they're trying to say is that you are completely cooked for life. And that's kind of partially why the layoffs are so high right now, is because it's filled with overqualified and unqualified people as well. And don't get me wrong, I still have a job to this day, and who knows how Nomadic Path is going to do at this point. And if it actually does well enough that it actually replaces my income of this one, then great, I fulfilled the mission. However, for the time being, I got to work on myself even more than I've ever done. Potentially apply to other jobs, of course, but I'm not going to disclose that at this time because it's complicated at this point, just like everybody else. I'm in the same boat, except my mindset is completely different. It's not of nihilism, it's of optimism. That's why I say take the golden pill and the revolution's now. It really is. It literally is now. That's literally where we're headed at this point. But I think within the next few years, a lot of it is going to change. All of it. You got automation at an all-time high, and we got data centers. Literally, we were just talking about the data centers not too long ago. And I think it's worth mentioning at this point because these things are these topics are necessary to talk about. I mean, what else are we going to do? Just imagine if there is a car wash that is actually washing your car with robots. That's literally where we're headed pretty soon, by the way. I'm not trying to say that my job is better than yours. That's not the point. The point is, you got to use what you can at this time. You got to use what you really, really can right now. Because eventually, when I actually do have a weekly Wednesday Zoom call that has people in it again, which, by the way, I used to have not too long ago, but there will be a sneak peek of my old community that I had to delete, unfortunately, because I just don't have time and I had to do a full reset. And I will definitely be talking about why I don't have them anymore. It'll be a bit of a sneak peek of what we just talked about not too long ago. But I think the time of those things is very, very soon. So I do truly believe that we actually need to fully focus and fully invest not only in our skills, not only in our knowledge, but the future that we're going to have.
Like this, and you're actually interested in videos like this one that just happened recently, do me a favor, like and share and comment down below and subscribe to this channel right here and right now. With that in mind, I'll see you in the next video, innovator.